Britannia's god of war, that's what Byron called him, but in the centuries since his death, Lord Admiral Nelson's enduring memory has been as a man of patriotism, a man of duty, and a man of Norfolk. And so, at Norwich Castle today, the finishing touches put on a major exhibition to celebrate the life and legacy of Britain's greatest naval hero.
As Norwich Museums, we haven't really done an exhibition, certainly of this scale, before to celebrate Nelson in the capital of Norfolk, in Norwich. So what I'm really trying to do is to perhaps bring Nelson down from his column a little bit and actually put him on the ground with us so that we can look at some of the authentic objects that relate to him in his life and perhaps, reappraise him.
The exhibition is full of world-famous objects. Some of them are tiny. The French sharpshooter's musket ball, which killed Nelson at the Battle of Trafalgar, here on a rare loan from Windsor Castle. And some are anything but tiny. The 52-foot-wide tricolour flag was sent to Norwich as a gift after Nelson captured French ship Le Généreux in 1800. But getting it on display hasn't been easy. It's so big that there's nowhere in the castle it could be fully laid out.
It's amazing because it's so big. It's the biggest thing I've ever worked on. The display has been logistically challenging, shall we say. And yes, I have really enjoyed working on it. I probably will never work on anything like this again. So from that point of view, yeah, it's got to be up in the top 10.
Norfolk Museum service trainee Andy Bowen is part of the team putting on the exhibition. He's served in the Navy, worked as a guide on the HMS Victory, and is an all-round Nelson fanatic.
He is a man of the people. He is able to be so innovative, so successful, but still keep, the fantastic relationship with the men who are serving under him. When you drive into Norfolk, you've got Nelson's County underneath all the signs, and this is the thing that we really, really wanted to focus on, the fact that, he proclaimed that, I am a Norfolk man and glory in being so, and that is, really what we wanted to highlight during the course of the exhibition.
The display does include things you'll recognise. Nelson's famous hat and coat from the Battle of the Nile, the sword he gave to Norwich after the Battle of Cape St Vincent, and even the drape from his funeral car. But there's also the less familiar. This is known as the Nelson brick. On loan from his old school, Paston College, it's claimed he carved his initials into it. All in all, it's hoped the exhibition will attract 50,000 visitors over the next 2 months and bring us a new insight into one of our oldest heroes. No small task for the curator.
I have to say there have obviously been some decisions that we've had to sit down and look at, how on earth are we going to display this enormous object? And I have to say I have questioned myself and just thought, well, what would Nelson do in this situation? And it's usually just make it big, and so that's what I've tried to do.
Rob Setchell, Mustard TV at Norwich Castle.